Hey everyone, Fox with FoxeoGames. We're going to break from the Dark Souls marathon I've been doing and take a look at the game Battlepaths on the Xbox 360, also available for the PC. I should state right up front that I received a free copy of this game from the developer for review, but I also went ahead and bought an Xbox 360 copy as well. It's only 80 Microsoft points, and my conclusion I'm going to tell you right up front. If you at all like these type of games, you definitely should pick this one up. It's a fun little indie game that doesn't have a lot of focus on incredible graphics, incredible music, incredible sound. It just has really simple, fun gameplay. And that's exactly what Battlepaths is all about. I had a lot of fun playing it. I haven't completed the entirety of the game. I've spent numerous hours playing it. I started 2 different characters with some slightly different approaches. And I can say that while most of your playthroughs will be essentially the same, there is some variety. You get to choose stats that you put points into as you level, and every so many levels you also get a unique ability that you can add. I highly recommend that you get the regeneration ability because it will save your life on countless occasions. It regenerates your health. I also chose another ability, I believe it was called Adventuring. This allowed me to swim, and it also enhanced my ability to find magical items. There is tons, and I mean tons of loot in this game. This is one of those games where you start picking up everything you see and immediately run out of space in your inventory. So you quickly learn that you should only grab things that you need. So as you go through the game, you'll be analyzing items, dropping them, picking up new ones, dropping them, picking up new ones, comparing them to what you have, wondering, well, should I equip this or should I equip that? And it isn't simply a matter of this weapon is better than another, but they have different stats on them. There's weapon accuracy, which involves how often you hit or miss. There's strength, there are extra bonuses on weapons. So it's a lot of fun. I really do recommend the game, but in all fairness, I should mention that there are a few drawbacks, particularly for my style. One thing I was not a huge fan of is that in order to attack something, you simply run straight into it. You simply move in the direction where it's standing. There's no attack button, you just sort of push in that direction. I don't like this combat style, but I quickly got used to it and it wasn't really a big deal. Also, there's basically one extremely simple, effective strategy that you want to use in almost every fight that you encounter in the game. If at all possible, basically you want to narrow the enemies down so that you're in a corridor where the enemies have to funnel through to you one at a time, such as a 1-hex corridor. That way you can only fight one enemy at a time. They can't all gang up on you, because it is actually possible for enemies to surround you and to basically beat you to death very quickly and easily. The third thing that I should mention as a drawback is after you've cleared an area, the enemies apparently do not seem to respawn, so it makes it difficult to grind. However, there is a way around this. If you shut the game down, if you close out of it and quit and come back in, then the enemies will have respawn. So in order to grind, you sort of have to go at it a roundabout way. I would rather actually see the enemies respawn after leaving the area, or at least have them respawn when you return to town. Speaking of returning to town, there are portals throughout the game that allow you to teleport to the different areas of the game. And yes, there are different areas with different types of scenery, as you'll see during the review here. While the sound effects, music, and graphics are all incredibly simple and at times seem just a little bit lacking, it really isn't a big deal because you do not play a game like this for incredible sound, incredible graphics, or, incredible anything, really. It's just a simple, fun little RPG game. And these are the kind of games you expect when you get an Xbox 360 indie game. Now, as for the PC version, it does not yet appear to be available on Steam, though keep checking back. If it is available in Greenlight at any point, I highly recommend you guys suggest that Steam go ahead and pick this game up and put it on their store. With all of the games that I'm in the middle of playing, as well as the fact that I'm virtually addicted to Dark Souls, as you all can tell from my videos, I have not yet completely finished the game, as I mentioned. However, I certainly plan to do that. This is one of those games where you could easily pick it up, I can easily pick it up, and play for maybe 10, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, a half hour, an hour. it's just one of those games. You don't need to necessarily have several hours blocked out for it. Just plan on maybe an hour and get through one of the big dungeons like this tower that you see here that had several levels. I should also mention, just be careful where you go in the game, because I immediately started out the game by going to what was called the storehouse, and that was pretty fun. It wasn't too difficult. Then I went immediately to the west of town and got my butt handed to me really badly, and found out that I guess I wasn't supposed to head that direction. So while the game doesn't exactly spell out for you everything you should be doing, there are NPCs in the game that basically say, hey, I need this or this done, can you help me? And then you go help them, and you get rewards for doing so. So, as I've mentioned, Battlepaths is available on the Xbox 360 for 80 Microsoft points. Highly recommend it, and hey, it's only 80 points. However, if you don't have an Xbox 360 or simply want to play it on the PC, you can simply Google Battlepaths and you'll find out how to get hold of it. Just be aware that the PC version, for one reason or another, would not go full screen for me. It just simply got larger when I clicked the full screen option. At any rate, guys, I am Fox with FoxeoGames, and I will see you next time.